The Utah Mammoth are on the brink of a breakthrough, or so they hope, after a first season that saw them etch their name into Utah's sports landscape but fall short of the playoffs. The team is now laser-focused on turning potential into results. But here's where it gets controversial. Can a roster built around youth truly compete with the grizzled veterans dominating the Central Division? Let's break down what's next for this ambitious expansion team. When the Mammoth took the ice for the first time in Salt Lake City, they were a work in progress. Their 38-31-13 record in 2024-2025 wasn't just a number, it was a blueprint. The team finished 6th in their division, but the real story was the emergence of a young core led by Clayton Keller, Logan Cooley, and Dylan Guenther. Keller, the team's captain, dazzled with 90 points, 30 goals, 60 assists, while 21-year-old Cooley followed up his rookie season with 65 points. Guenther, at 22, wasn't far behind with 60 points of his own. These aren't just stats. They're proof that this team's future is in capable hands, if it can bridge the gap between promise and playoff contention. And this is the part most people miss. Utah's offense, while talented, has a glaring weakness. Last season, they averaged just 2.93 goals per game, tied for 20th in the league. That's not a recipe for success in a division as tough as the Central. Enter Bill Armstrong, the general manager, who isn't shying away from the challenge. How can we get 10% better in every area? He asked publicly. That's the mindset we're living by. His answer? A splashy summer trade for JJ Peterka, a 23-year-old forward who shattered his own career high with 68 points last year. Pairing him with Cooley and Keller could finally give Utah the firepower it needs to climb the standings. But let's talk about the elephant in the room: experience. The Mammoth's roster is still young, with only 3 players over 30. To address this, Armstrong brought in veterans like Nate Schmidt and Brandon Tanev. Schmidt, fresh off a Stanley Cup win with the Florida Panthers, signed for $10.5 million over 3 years, while Tanev added another $7.5 million. Their presence isn't just about winning, though that's the goal. It's about teaching, mentoring, building a culture where the next generation can thrive. As Schmidt, 34, said in a recent interview, this team isn't just about today. It's about planting seeds for the future. Now, here's a twist. What if the real key to Utah's success isn't in the headlines, but in the locker room? The team's chemistry is often overlooked. Keller, the face of the franchise, describes it as a family. Players like Guenther, who recently inked an 8-year, $57 million deal, and Cooley, entering the final year of his entry-level contract, are building something special. But will that cohesion be enough to outlast teams like the Colorado Avalanche or St. Louis Blues? Only time will tell. Looking ahead, the Mammoth's farm system is bursting with talent. 5 first-round picks from the past 3 drafts, including Dmitry Simashev, Daniel Boot, and Caleb Desnoyers, are on the cusp of making their mark. Coach Andre Turigny, a former player turned strategist, isn't worried about the pressure. We want to win the cup, he said bluntly. Where are we in that journey? You'll judge that when the lights are brightest. So where does this leave us? The Mammoth aren't finished products. They're works in progress. But they're also undeniably hungry. As Armstrong put it, people feel the energy here. They see the talent. They want to be part of something special. The question is, will this hunger translate into a playoff run? Or will the Central Division's giants crush their dreams again? We'll be watching, and you should too. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Utah's gamble on youth will pay off? Or is it a recipe for another year of heartbreak?